our bonus episode of the Wayne Dupree program from 8 to 11. So you have joined us in hour two. We appreciate if you would share the show. The buttons are all there that you can do it whatever platform you are listening or watching us on. But some interesting things are going on in our world. And one of them is something that I've been talking about for some time now. And now you have the potential for some of these things to actually happen because you have a Senate and a House of Representatives and the President of the United States all being Republicans. Jason Chaffetz has come out with a resolution. Listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. It dovetails off what we were talking about before about D.C. being so expensive. He has written a resolution that aims to move federal agencies out of Washington, D.C. Think about that. This is something we should all get behind. This is something that has the potential to get people from both sides of the aisle engaged because they will be trying to get federal dollars, it is what it is, into their districts. Can you imagine the Department of Agriculture being in Kansas or the Department of Justice being in upstate New York somewhere? I mean, this is something that's amazing to me. And if it was up to me, we'd move the capital, and telecommute.
Well, actually, I do think that it's stupid to have all the branches of government in one area. I mean, I've always said that. I think that it's stupid to have the legislative, the executive, and the judicial branches of the government in one little area, the swamp. I think that was one of the most stupidest things, and I think it was a lazy thing. People, we can't walk over. You don't need to walk over. I think that they should be placed throughout the United States of America in strategic places. Yep. So put one in the South, put one in the North, put one in not in California though.
No, they get nothing.
Yeah, they
get zero.
Y'all want to exit. I really don't care about y'all. And actually, I wouldn't put it in Texas either.
That's a little close.
I love Texas. Don't get me wrong, though. I love Texas. I just wouldn't put it in Texas. You got too many. No. I love Texas, though. Don't get me wrong. Where would you put it?
Well, I probably wouldn't move the capital just because of the history.
I got to move the
capital. But I would do something like, let's not have the Congress in session all the time. We could do something like Texas did and have a part-time Congress. They could meet maybe 1 or 2 times a year, maybe 3 times, 4 times.
They're already part-time.
But then make them go home.
They're already part-time.
But they stay there. They're part-time, but I think some of them hate to go home.
I do too. You know why, don't you?
Yeah, because they're not.
Their wives are home.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, some of these politicians are messing with these little boys and stuff and everything. Yes, right. I'm calling you out right now. I'm calling you out. You don't want to go home. You want to keep on messing with these little boys and little girls and these little animals and stuff, and you got to put it on these videos and everything.
I mean, where else in the world could you have a pedophile ring in a pizza shop?
That's what I'm talking about.
Whether it's true or not.
Look, you didn't have to go there.
I mean, whether it's true or not. That's the only place a story like that would stick. Whether it's right or wrong.
He went to the pizza shop.
That's what came to my head. I mean, D.C. is like the swamp, like you said. I mean, I would never live there.
It is a swamp.
And I was born there.
You were born in D.C.?
I was.
Hutch, you were born in D.C.?
I was born in Washington, D.C. Only lived there a couple months, so my father had the common sense to come back to Pittsburgh.
That's why you got a little brother in you then. See, you didn't know where I was going. You didn't know where I was going.
I have 2 brothers.
Yeah, well, okay, all right. You didn't know where I was going with that one, but that's why you got a little. That's why I relate to you, man.
I got to tell you something.
Go ahead.
I went on a vacation to D.C. with my ex-wife at the time, and I had the bright idea. I had this big, giant street map that was so big I had to fold it out on my pickup truck tailgate. And I'm here to tell you, I looked at these streets.
Yeah.
Because Washington, D.C. is very, it's set up that it's all square. Like, I mean, all the streets make sense. It's like A Avenue, B Avenue, or whatever. I can't remember the names. But I'm looking at this interstate, and I'm like, well, I don't have to go on this interstate, and I'm just making a street up. I could go down M Street, and it's like 8 miles until where our hotel is. Wayne, I have never seen a bigger ghetto in my life.
Yeah, no. Hey, listen.
I went from the interstate, and it was nothing but, oh, man. I was like, whew, I hope this map is right.
I just saw Susan in the chat room, and I was going to mention something about this when we got on video because the people in the chat room and Spreaker can't see it. Susan J. in the chat room, when I went to the post office box and I got all the mail and I got the donations, there was a package for me at the post office box. And the name on it was, I don't know if I should say the name because Susan didn't give me permission. But I got this package, and inside the package was this T-shirt, was this shirt. And the shirt says, Ghost Pepper Survivor. Yeah, I fell out in the car laughing at the shirt. I was like, no, they did not. They got me a shirt that says Ghost Pepper Survivor. I was touched. I was like, I'm going to wear that. I'm going to wear that tonight. If y'all
did you show the young man?
No, I ain't talking to him right now. Oh, okay. Little family thing.
Didn't mean to hit it.
You hit a nerve right there. I didn't tell him nothing. I don't tell him a goddamn thing. I ain't telling him nothing. Okay, so, but yeah, Susan, thank you, darling. Thank you. Oh my God, Ghost Pepper Survivor. Yeah, she.
That's the sponsor, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Wayne Dupree program sponsored by Susan J.
Susan J. Thank you, Susan. Thank you so much. If you have a T-shirt that you want to send to me, you can go to GoFundMe.com/WD Show. The P.O. box is at the bottom, and you can send me your T-shirt. Okay, I love T-shirts. I'm a man. I was hanging out in the house with my T-shirts. Okay, now quickly, we have. Did I finish on Michael Johnson?
Michael Johnson.
No. Marcus, yeah, you did him pretty well.
Okay, but for that, you could do it again.
Yeah, I am going to do it again, ladies and gentlemen. We have received checks. I went to the mailbox today, and I uploaded those checks to the GoFundMe page. So there's an updated count right now for our equipment upgrade and national syndication. And David Dine, who emailed me first thing this morning, he was like, hey, Wayne, how you doing? Love the show. Did you get the check I sent? I said, you know what? I'm going to check the mailbox today. I'll let you know. And just as soon, his was the first one that I happened to open, and I emailed him back. I got your check. But thank you, David, who has sponsored the show for a week with his donation of $100.
Thank you, David.
Georgia and Thomas, their donation. Thank you so much for sending it in. Tracy Peacock, I think I said something. I think I called you out before, but I'm going to do it again because I love you. Thank you so much. Tracy sponsored the show for $50. Pamela and David also sponsored our show tonight for $50. And Beverly and Patrick sponsored our show for an entire week at $100. So those, we want to thank you. We are leaving it up for a week. I said we were going to leave it up for a week because some of you have contacted me offline and said, we still want to send some stuff in. How long is the thing going to stay up? So I'm going to keep it up, but and if you were going to give and you're not going to give anymore, that's fine. God bless you. Okay, if you still want to give, you can still give. It's still up, and the P.O. box is at the bottom. So if you don't feel right with the Visa thing and stuff, you can still send them your mail in. I will continue to check the mailbox a couple times a week. Actually, I told Hutch to get one.
I will. I'm gonna.
Yeah. Now,
and, ladies and gentlemen, those of you that cannot give at this time, we love you just as much too.
Exactly.
Just want to say that.
Don't feel bad. Do not feel bad.
Wayne, Jody Rasp in the chat room.
That's my girl.
Says, I'm so glad I got this app. So I just thought you might want to.
That's right. It like tonight, you weren't able to listen to us for the first hour of the show. You can download the app on your phone, iPhone, Android phone, the Wayne Dupree Show. And you also have Cold War Radio for Hutch's show.
Yes, sir. iPhone and Android. I was looking at it. It's pretty neat, too. You can chat and everything.
Yeah, it is neat. Yeah, it is neat. I like it. Now, on up to Marcus Johnson. Mr. Marcus Johnson, if you are watching, my dear sir, Mr. Marcus Johnson also sent in a donation today. Well, I opened it today. I was surprised. I had to read it like maybe 4 or 5 times. I couldn't believe what I was looking at. The first thing that came over me was a humbleness, because for somebody to do what he did today for us and the show, really amazing. Mr. Marcus Johnson sent in $4,000 to the show. And
it's amazing.
I had to call Hutch. About it, and I was like, Hutch, you need to go and check the
Yeah.
You need to go and check the page.
That's so amazing that I am looking at the Spreaker and RSBN chat room on the Marcus monitor in the Smith & Wesson studios here in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, we dedicated a monitor to Marcus, as a matter of fact. But I want to thank you for these. We are, on Monday, I already talked to the radio guy. I already talked to the radio network guy. I let him know. I was like, we're ready right now. So we're supposed to be talking around noon on Monday. So we're going to go into some negotiations on Monday at noon. And we're going to see where we go from there. And we'll keep you updated. Everything that's happening, we're going to keep you updated on. Because, again, you're part of us. Y'all have invested in this show. This is your show.
Yep.
Okay, now, this isn't no corporation show. This isn't an organizational show. This is your show. So when I say my email address is wayne.dupree@rsbn.tv, and if y'all have any questions or y'all have any topics that y'all want us to talk about, y'all send it there. I already have some. I already have some emails, and thank you for some of you that have sent your emails in. But if you want us to talk on something, send it in to wayne.dupree@rsbn.tv, and we will get it and we'll look it over, and we can definitely work it into the show. Now, if you would still like to donate to the show for our upgrade and for our national syndication, you can still go to GoFundMe.com/WD Show. GoFundMe.com/WD Show. We're taking phone calls tonight, 202-470-6738. 202-470-6738. Angela Ray said 3X for Wayne. That's usually what I get. That's a t-shirt that I usually get. 3X, 4X. I know, I got to lose some weight. But look, a long time ago, this meant wealth.
That wasn't cheap.
I remember my uncle used to carry around a huge luggage tire thing. And I used to poke it. He's like, man, don't poke this. I work hard for this.
That's right.
So, 3X or 4X? 3X, 4X. I can take either one. And Hutch,
XXL.
XXL. So you give us the shirts. We definitely wear. I love this one. I mean, believe me, I stopped what I was doing for about maybe 2 or 3 minutes and just sat in the car and laughed. I did. I was like, they just won't. Okay. Charlie says, when are we going to have Hutch on video? Soon. Now, Charlie. Soon.
Thanks to you people.
Thanks to you. Soon. We will we'll get the same camera that we got here and we'll send it over to him and we'll get it set up with the RSBN production crew and we'll have split screen. And then you can watch us both. How's that? Let me see. First, okay. So I want to thank Chrissy. I want to thank Carrie. I want to thank Terry. I want to thank Pam C. I want to thank RSBN moderator.
Got to thank her.
JC for actively and all of the moderators in the RSBN chat room. I know I might be missing a couple, but I don't want to miss anybody really. But I want to thank all of y'all for staying with us and believing in us to donate to us to get the job done.
Some of you have been around for a long time, too.
I have.
Really appreciate that. Back when we were getting started and everything, don't think we don't remember that.
Nope. I mean, you know what? I dropped a message to Shelly Scott today. Shelly Scott was on my Facebook page, and she dropped me a message. And this thing goes back 8 years, ladies and gentlemen. I switched parties back in 2008 because I wasn't going to vote for Barack Obama. 8 years ago, I switched. And I switched, and I was working with an older lady, Shelly Scott. And we used to talk about the things that was happening in D.C. and what was going on. And this was at the point of my transformation. I was just starting to transform. That was my fundamental transformation. I was just starting to transform who I was and what I was thinking about when I was watching what was happening to Hillary Clinton, because I was supporting Hillary Clinton at the time. But I saw what the media was doing, and the media was turning into a racist thing. Everything that she said, everything that Bill Clinton said was racist. And I was like, that's not right. What they're doing is they're throwing this racist wall at the Clintons after the Clintons, quote, had did so much stuff for the black people, unquote. So I left. I left the Democratic Party. I started talking to Shelly Scott. And as a matter of fact, I sent her something today. Because I try to remember everybody that comes along with me. I do. I try to remember everybody that comes along with me. Because you really don't have to. And if I'm getting sentimental right now, you know, that's just who we are. You ever see Hutch cry?
Nope.
I have. I have.
You know, I got to be honest now. There are some things, you know, when they start talking about casualties and stuff like that,
mm-hmm.
They start talking about KIAs and heroes that jump on grenades and stuff like that. And,
mm-hmm.
you know, or if like the Star Spangled Banner plays at a certain time and there's a certain event or something like that. And I might tear up when I hear Hail to the Chief on the 20th. You know, that might, but normally for sadness.
It was a caller. I can't remember who it was. But
yeah.
I remember you could hear her.
There was a couple of them. That's true. That's true.
Hey, y'all, I mean, sometimes y'all call in and y'all just drop bombs on us.
That's true.
And we ain't ready for it, you know. We in that mode. Yeah, what you gonna call, man? Y'all gonna call this late? And then all of a sudden, by the time you get halfway through your story, okay,
Yes.
all right. Okay, all right. No, but Shelley Scott. Back in 2007, I wrote this today on my Facebook page. Back in 2007, there was one person that actually watched my transformation from the initial point of leaving the Democratic Party and begin weighing both sides of the argument. That was Shelley Scott, my former coworker. Man, that seems as if it were yesterday. Thanks, Shelley, for not forcing the conversation, but just having one. And Shelley responded. It's a deep response. But Shelley responded, "You have progressed so far in what I consider to be a short time frame, that I'm truly amazed and inspired by the person that you have become. I love what you are doing. You're doing a great job. Keep it up. Much love and wishing you lots of luck in the future." Shelley Scott, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, that's good. She saw it.
Shelley Scott. I mean, look, we didn't fuss. We didn't argue. But I understood everything she was saying. There we go.
Church.
Church music. Scott. Now look, my last name is Dupree, and it's French, and Scott's last name is French. But Hutch, let me know if I'm saying this right, okay? Scott Bougie.
How's it spelled?
Bourgeois.
Bourgeois.
Scott Bourgeois. Thank you, Scott, my French brother. He just gave.
Merci beaucoup.
He just gave $200.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you for giving in. Susan Glenn also, RSBN wasn't on. Susan Glenn, about an hour ago, gave $100 and said, "Hey, Wayne, I invited Derek Grayson to call you tonight. Look for his call the second hour, Susie." So, we will see if Mr. Grayson calls. Mr. Grayson ran for office down in Georgia, I think. And
Yeah, I think that's right.
he's a firestorm. I'm telling you, he's a firestorm. Our phone lines are open. 202-470-6738.
Hey, if I could get something in, Wayne, I know.
Hey, Hutch,
Yes, sir.
why don't you get something in?
I'm going to try that because
Okay.
I know that we've had Niger Innis on the program a few times, and he follows you. I watch him on social media, and he's doing a great job. But a few days ago, a guy that I followed, his father, Roy, passed away, and it wasn't very, it didn't make a whole lot of news headlines or anything like that, but Roy Innis was an activist with a right-wing bent, and he died at 82. Rest in peace, Roy.
He was 82?
Yeah,
Wow.
and Niger, we're sorry for your loss.
Yep, we sure are. We sure are. Wow. Niger Innis's father has a claim to fame that many don't have, but many wish that they could have. Niger Innis put Al Sharpton on his ass.
Knocked
on
Al Sharpton's ass out on
national
television.
television. Yeah. I mean, Sharpton was popping off at the mouth throughout the whole thing on Morton Downey show. Sharpton kept popping off at the mouth. That was it. I mean, Ennis got up over top of him.
Chairs were thrown.
He reared back with those two fists. I thought he was going to give Sharpton the 1-2. And I think Sharpton called him a punk. I think he called him a punk, and that's what sent him off. But the next thing you know, Sharpton did one of those 160 flips, backward flips, and the chair went over top of him, man.
That's back when Al had a few extra pounds.
Oh yeah, he was
And the hair.
He was a Stay Puft man back then. And look at me talking.
No, this guy was a clown, though.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a total clown. I mean, he'd wear a running suit to a wedding. And it would be loud, too. It wouldn't be a big old chain with a medallion on it.
Yeah, he did
And
have
a
that chain.
megaphone.
Yeah, he did have that Run DMC chain. Oh, know Al. Al,
Moron, your days are numbered, my man.
he used to wear those running suits everywhere, man.
Oh, yeah.
Everywhere Al Sharpton went, he was supposed to be a pastor, but everywhere Al Sharpton went, he wore those running suits. And you could always tell when it was hot outside because he would start sweating through those running suits and stuff, you know.
And that hair, man, that hair was out of control.
Fresh dyed, fried, and laid to the side, man.
That's it.
You ever put cockaline? Right. Al Sharpton had that cockaline, man. If your hair is short or nappy, cockaline will make it happy.
I'm surprised he never had a Jerry curl.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, those were big at the time. If your hair is short or bald, cockaline will do it all.
Aye.
Yeah. Okay, so you can talk about anything tonight, 202-470-673. I know people are off. You know, you don't know what's really going on. We weren't here at 8 o'clock, but we're here right now. And 202-470-6738. Call in and talk about anything. Talk about anything that you want to here on the Wayne Dupree Show. Hutch, we are less than a week away from Donald Trump taking over. Like I said, because somebody asked us earlier, where were we going to be at the inauguration? Listen, and Hutch said,
I'd be there in spirit.
okay. And I said, I have an invitation. Not only do I have an invitation, I have a media pass.
Yeah, I do too, but I think I'm going to keep my powder dry.
Yeah. The thing is, and I mean, Washington's just up the street. But I remember how the GOP convention was. And I mean, that just left a bad taste in my mouth. I was talking with Leisha earlier today. And Leisha said, and I told her, I was like, what I hated about the GOP convention is that Radio Row wasn't by the convention. You had to take a bus. You had to take a bus to go over to the Radio Row. But if you wanted to leave Radio Row and go to where everything was, you had to find the line to the bus, stay in that hot sun, in Cleveland sun, and then get on the bus, go over to the other place.
And the media pass didn't get you in the convention. You had to kiss somebody's butt to give you a pass.
Yeah, that's right.
To get in there.
Yeah. Media passes would not let you get inside. You had to have a special pass to get on the inside.
And I'm saying you had to send a driver's license, a picture, a biography, and just to get the media pass.
Yeah. And that,
it was a good setup. I mean, other than that part, it was pretty.
Radio Row was cool, though.
Yeah, it was big, too.
No, but actually it wasn't, though, because, that table was small, though.
But the whole Radio Row. See, we learned some stuff there, ladies and gentlemen.
Angela,
this is one of the reasons your donations are so important.
Yeah.
Because one of these days we're going to get our complete act together.
We're going to get our own table.
Yeah, and it's going to be,
We're going to get our own table one of these days, and we're going to be able to purchase space to like what the Blaze does, and
set lights up and have our own custom table and
Breitbart, like at CPAC and
Sink Heger or whatever his name is, the Young Turks. They had a really good set.
Yeah, they did. They had a couch. I wouldn't mind doing that. I wouldn't mind having a couch.
That was laid out, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was nice. You sitting up there and you got the video rolling, and they sitting on the couch and they just mopping it up, man. They just mopping it up.
Terry in the Spreaker chat room says, you'll need security. Yes, we will.
Terry is our security guy. Terry will always be our security guy. Jack Cat Mountain says, Hannity will hook you up. Yeah, I got to get Hannity off Twitter long enough so that he'll start answering me. Okay, so with that said, am I going? Again, I have an invitation and I have credentials. I don't know right now.
The hardest thing about that is, we're a radio show or a TV show, a video show, and it's going to be hard to be able to bring any kind of product to you because the things are so I don't know. I mean, they're all tight security. It's just not going to be the same.
And from what I've seen, Hutch, it's going to be so diluted. I mean, this isn't going to be like the GOP convention. This is really going to be diluted. I was listening to this one guy on this website. Never even been to the website before. I just happened to go there today. He's got like 6 or 7 people that's going to be throughout the whole place. And whenever they need to go live, they're going to go live at the specific place. You know, boom, 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 boom.
It's not going to be a good product.
And I told Leisha, I was like, listen, one of the main reasons why I don't want to go is because we have the Radio Row stuff, but Radio Row won't be where everything is.
No, it'll be over there in Northern Virginia somewhere.
Yeah. It's like, wait a minute. How do we get out there and see him take the oath?
Right. One of the reasons I didn't want to go is because there's going to be 1 million people there.
That's what
there's people all over this country that are thrilled and just want to go see it. You're going to have to go to West Virginia to get a hotel room.
Yeah, those hotel rooms.
And I can't go there and then just come right back. You know what I mean? And I started thinking about the logistics. It's like, Wayne, man, let's not do this, man, please. I'm going to have to take a plane from the hotel room to get there.
Yeah. Jack in the chat room said BuzzFeed and CNN are not guaranteed.
What else did he say? He said something else good, too. I'm trying to find it. He said, we were talking about the Young Turks. He said the Young Turkish Bath Gang.
Yeah. No. Hey, believe me, war has access. We have access.
Oh, yeah.
We have access to it. We already been cleared by Secret Service. Oh, yeah. We already been cleared. It's just that when you're doing radio, you aren't there. You aren't there. Or they make it so that you aren't there. And I want to mingle. I want to walk everywhere. Terry says, Terry in the chat room says Wayne has access. Yeah, I got access. We all got access. Hutch has it. Dan has it. We got access to it. I just don't want to go.
But Wayne, I got to tell you,
Wait a minute.
when you're at an event,
Marcus, hold on, Marcus in the chat room. Marcus Johnson in the chat room, in the Spreaker chat room. Marcus Johnson, did you send in something? Is that the same Marcus Johnson?
Because I'm looking at Marcus Johnson in the chat room on the Marcus monitor here in the studio. But we'll see.
Yeah, and I just happened to see the name. Is that Marcus?
I think so. They're thanking him in the chat room.
Yeah,
We'll see.
I see that. I'm waiting for him to say, yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm waiting. But yeah, I mean, that's just the way that we are right now, because we remember what happened at the GOP convention. CPAC is going to be a little bit different because Radio Row is outside of the general session. So we aren't that far from what's going on the inside. So
that's what I figure. We could have a much better show for you.
Yeah.
At a venue like that, it's just the hardest thing about Wayne is if you're walking with Wayne and trying to talk to him and you're trying to go like 100 meters, it takes about 3 days to get there because everybody knows him.
Yeah.
So we're walking along and we go about 10 feet and then he, sees this person and he has access.
That's crazy too, because I remember, hold on, wait a minute. Okay. I remember, if you want to get into this business, I'm going to give you a tip. If you want to get into this business where you are doing radio or you're doing TV, you got to get in good with the people that run these events.
Yeah, that's true.
You got to you have let them know who you are, and then keep on reminding, keep walking up to them and tell them that they're doing a good job. You know, talk to them, get to know them, get to know them, because that's how I got in good with a lot of the people, is because I didn't rush up on them like they were superstars or anything like that. I treated them like they were regular human beings, you know. And then from there, you start getting access. I'm not talking about backstage access. That will come. But you start getting access. You start getting the phone numbers to these people.
They know who War Radio is.
They know exactly who War Radio is. We have been there for years now. They know War Radio. And they know they'll give immediate access to us like that. But that's also because of the reputation too. We don't go there and act out. If you are gonna do this, I promise you, if you are gonna do this, then you also have to keep your reputation clean. Keep your reputation clean. Whenever I go to these events and stuff, I don't hang out.
No, I don't either.
We War Radio, we don't hang out. We don't go drinking and no, we don't do all that mess. You know why? Because we go there for work. It's work for us.
We do our work and go eat and then go back to the place wherever we're staying.
Exactly.
Do whatever we're going to do there and then come back to work the next day.
Go back to work the next day. I remember when I went there to blog. The first couple of years I went there to blog at CPAC. And what I did was, I was there for the sessions. I was blogging while the sessions were going on. When the sessions were over, I went and got me something to eat, went back up to my room and finished blogging, and then went back to sleep because I know I had to get up the next day to get back down there to blog again.
I remember one time we went to Orlando, Florida a few years ago, and it was my first event. Wayne, you already had a year in, you and Stacy and CPAC and everything like that. But we went to the American Dream or something.
Yeah.
We went down there with the 405 media.
Yep.
And I remember getting prepared for that, thinking it was my first time. And I'm thinking, you know, I'm going to go down there and I want to look professional, you know. So I wore a suit down there. Mm-hmm. And I'll never forget, I walked in there, and nothing against this guy. I'm not even going to mention his name. But the purveyor of the 405 media was in there, and he was dressed in like some raggedy ass blue jeans and a t-shirt. Yeah. And I rolled in there, and he's like, "Oh man, he dresses like a godfather too." And I'm thinking, man, what? You know, let me take this pinky ring off. Yeah. You know, not.
That's another thing. We were talking about. We were laughing about each other before RSPN went live, and that's another thing that Hutch told me. He was like, "Yeah, you know you're gonna have to wear a tie, you know." Just it was like, yeah. I mean, look. It's let's have some laughter tonight, because what y'all have done for us, I want you to know exactly who you have done it for. You. Hutch and I have been together for so long. We have so many funny stories together. But Hutch was like, well, you know, when we go to a certain place, you know, you got to have a suit, you got to have a tie. And Hutch, I don't do no tie, man.
You sport the sport jacket, though.
Yeah.
You wear it well.
Yeah, I'll wear a sport jacket. But, you know, I'm like, man, I've been to too many church services to wear a tie. You know, but yeah, he'd be like, yeah, Wayne, what's up, Hutch? You got a tie upstairs, you know. No, Hutch, no. Okay, all right. And Hutch doesn't realize that when he backs down, okay, all right, then I start feeling bad.
I know that. We're trying to start this thing, you know. It's working, though. Whatever we did, it's working. Ladies and gentlemen, we love you. Thank you so very much. Especially people, you know what? Let me reverse that. Especially the people that give $5.
Yeah. Oh,
if
my
you're
God.
giving us $5,
yeah,
then I know that probably hurts a little bit.
Yep.
And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, as
Yep.
God is my witness. Thank you very much.
Yep. Let's see.
But also thanks to the rest of you that, really, I don't want to pretend like we're not grateful as hell.
Yeah. We were talking about if you are going to do a podcast, if you want to do a podcast, when you're doing this, then make sure that you get your equipment. Make sure that you get the right equipment, because if you don't, and Hutch Bailey hears it, Hutch is going to let you know. You might want to tweak your mic a little bit.
Even callers to the show, these communist bag phones you guys call up. I mean, sometimes I got to adjust dials and things trying to, what are they saying? It's coming in and out, and, we're trying our best. But no, hey, however you can call us, we love that. And if you really do want to start a podcast, it doesn't cost that much. I mean, if you can probably buy a used mic on eBay somewhere, but just get it right. And then, like Wayne said, before you give it to anybody, record it and listen to it. And if you really want some tutoring or some help or whatever, we're glad to help you out. Let us know. I mean, I've taught classes on radio shows. We have a thing called PodCamp here in Pittsburgh, PodCamp Pittsburgh, and I've had several presentations where we actually, Ward Miller, that does Steel City Resistance with me, we've done it several times, and be glad to help you out. We want more people, new voices, because I know our real dream, I mean, we're meeting our dreams item by item here, thanks to you, but we want to be a network.
Yep.
With 100 shows. That's just something that we've tried it before, and we've learned some things along the way. And we supported our guy who has prevailed, and a lot of people peeled off during that time because we stuck by what we wanted, and a lot of other people weren't so sure, and they're not around anymore.
They're not around. And honestly, you leave, I'm not going to talk bad about you.
No.
I mean, it just wasn't.
You're dead to me. You weren't there when I needed you. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just serious.
Yeah, I know. You got a little Michael Corleone thing. You're not a brother. You're not a friend. I don't know.
My heart.
I don't want to know where you go or what you do. I don't want to see you at the hotels. And when you come to see our mother, I want to know a day in advance so that I will not be here. Mikey.
You broke my heart.
You broke my heart. I know it was you. There we go. Sweet nothings. Ladies and gentlemen, 202-470-6738. Hutch is Hutch is also very, very, very particular on. You see this banner back here? I was talking about this earlier. You see this little banner back here? Hutch and I were laughing, joking about something. He was like, "Hey,
can't you put like a flower pot on the desk or something that blocks that little piece right to your left arm?"
He was like,
just
"Yeah."
that camera over to the left a little bit. No, it looks fine.
Before I go, Wayne, I just want to mention something. Yeah, go ahead, Hutch. You gonna drop that banner a little bit because you see the bottom of it. No, Hutch, no. Okay. Okay. All right. And then when I hung up, I'm like, damn, I need to drop the banner, don't I? I need to drop that banner. Nope. I ain't gonna drop the banner.
I'll tell you what, those banners, you can't tell by looking at it. Those banners are hard to deal with.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, especially if it's just you.
Yeah.
Because they're about, I'm looking at this thing, goddamn, that thing's 10 feet long.
What did you say again?
I said, doggone it, it's 10 feet long. That thing's long, man.
It is long.
I think I got the same one as you. It's like
you do. It's like way over there.
That's longer than 10 feet. That's freaking
right
15 feet.
It's like, I mean, and this is the one we take to CPAC.
Yeah, it's fun there too. Trying to hook it up with duct tape.
I remember us putting it up and then coming back the next day, and then it was down. I was pissed off then. I was like, oh, my God. Now we got to put this thing back up?
Some moron ladies on there talking about something vegetarian. She's got 6 listeners. And she's acting like we're wrong. Remember that?
I know, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, at the GOP convention.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah,
there was
I remember
somebody
her.
set up camp in our area too.
Yeah, man. We came in the next day at the GOP convention. We came in the next day, and somebody had moved all of our stuff off to the side. I mean, like
threw it in a pile.
Threw it in a pile off to the side. Put all of our stuff in the box. I was like, oh hell no, no, y'all didn't. And I'm looking around and I'm starting to see some stuff missing. I'm like, where's the camera? Where's the camera? And the camera was there. But
and it was like some of the stuff was in another booth.
And she took our chair. Yeah, she took our chair. And I was like, that chair belongs here.
Here comes Alex Jones, It's time to interview people.
Yeah, Alex Jones.
You know what? Oh, man.
That was something when Alex Jones came to visit us. He was like, hey, I know you. You right side. You the news ninja. Yep, I sure am. Yeah. Y'all doing great things. Y'all doing great things over there, yeah. Yep, you're doing great. Hey, you want to sit down and have a conversation? Yeah, sure. That's a deal.
He sat down.
And talked to us.
And then, like, these groupies were coming through the place that were like, remember that puppet?
You hear the ding?
Yeah, I did. I heard the church.
It's church.
I shouldn't say that.
It's church.
But these people, they were like antagonists or something. Remember they had that puppet? They were dancing.
Yeah, that dog,
Alex.
the dog with the cigar thing.
Yeah. And I'm standing behind him, and all of a sudden, I'm like, man, I got to be this guy's security, or he's going to mess the show up. I started backing up on these people. I was right behind him.
You know what? Hutch looked like he was getting ready to punch somebody.
I was.
Hutch is, when you see him on camera, he's white. He acts like a brother. He sounded like a brother too. And you ought to heard him sing last night.
Irish guy.
Yeah, but Hutch was red. Hutch was red. I mean,
I was mad, man. I was. That was crazy, man.
Because he was like,
"You're not disrespecting our program, man."
It's like these people are doing an interview, and y'all come in here and acting like it's a joke. We're trying to talk to Alex. Hey, Alex, how you doing? Well, global elite. We're talking about that.
1776 all over again.
You want to take stuff away from us? It's gonna be like 1776 up in here. And we're trying to have the conversation, and here comes this dog with the cigar. Hey, Alex, how you doing? I was like, oh.
I was getting physical a little bit, but
yeah, no. Hutch, yeah. You don't want to mess with Hutch Bailey Jr. I told you, he's got the Godfather for a reason. Okay.
Well, that was you go to these events, it's like
I was just told.
Who are you, and why did you have the audacity to get in our camera view?
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Hutch, I'm gonna. I was just told the phone might not be working, so I'm gonna hang up, and I'm gonna call you back. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we are back. I was just told from the chat room that the phone. I was wondering why we weren't getting any phone calls. I was like, come on now, this is a Friday night. This is. We had earlier calls within the first hour, but it was weird that we didn't have anything in the second hour. So, but we still holding it together though. We're still holding it together. 202-470-6738. I had to restart the phone system right here. But we've been doing this for a while. We've been doing it for a while. We've been laughing for a while. Somebody in the RSBN chat room just asked about Leisha. What y'all asking about our mom for? Somebody somebody else. Okay. Joseph Toomey just gave a donation. Thank you, Joseph. We really appreciate that for you believing in our show. And thank you for your donation. And Miss Mary Nicholson says, all of you are worth more than you can imagine. You keep us off the street, entertain us, and tell us the truth. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mary Nicholson, for your donation. Anybody that wants to continue to give, you can go to gofundme.com/WD show. Again, we are going to leave it up for the rest of the week until next weekend. But we want to thank you for helping us to upgrade our equipment. You will not believe. I can't wait. I can't wait to switch this out and let you see what I've been working with. Honestly, I can't believe that it's lasted this long because it's close to 5. Well, it's over 5 years old. I know it's over 5 years old, but it's also been through a flood too. How was it a flood? Oh yeah, that's right. The electricity was off, and the basement flooded, and and now the computer itself, or the base, the tower, was up on something, but the water still got to it though, and we sent it off to get fixed instead of replaced because I had so much stuff on it. And when it came back, it was fine. It was fine. But I would say maybe about a year and a half, maybe a year ago, then it started to rat-a-tat-tatting a lot. It started to rat-a-tat-tat. So, I mean, loudly rat-a-tat-tat. And then it just started to cut off. It just started to cut off during the shows. And like we were talking about in the first hour of the show, it's like, man, there's nothing frustrating. I think that one was a regular text. Yeah, that one was a regular text. There's nothing frustrating than to be trying to talk to you and deliver a word or deliver some type of experience, and then your computer goes out, Okay, so I restarted everything, and you can try to call in again, 202-470-6738. Hey, Terry, let me know if you can get through. 202-470-6738. I've restarted everything. So there we go. I brought back my wingman, Mr. Hutch Bailey Jr.
Good evening, Mr. Dupree. Sounding good.
You sound good too, man.
That's what I'm talking about.
You plan on going out tonight after the show?
I do not.
Okay, all right.
I will get up tomorrow morning and cook my family breakfast, though. That's something I do every Saturday and Sunday.
What you cooking?
Probably some eggs, something you never heard of, some cornmeal mush, some bacon and some sausage. And my wife comes in and I do the meat. I do all the bacon and the sausage, and I'll cook the cornmeal mush. And then a little bit later, she'll get up and she'll make the home fries and the eggs, and we'll all come down and eat.
How do you do your bacon? How do you do your bacon?
I fry it. I have a griddle.
You fry it? Okay.
I have a griddle on my stove. I just got a new stove, and it's got a cast iron griddle in the center, and then the 4 burners on the outside. And I take a piece of aluminum foil and put them over each of those burners, because when you cook bacon, you're going to get some splash. And I fry it there. So I like doing it. I always did.
I learned. I think it was maybe a year and a half ago. You put it in the oven.
I've done that too. I like mine a little crispier than that, though.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Oh,
that's
man.
good if you have a lot to cook.
Oh, okay.
If you got a lot of people to feed, baking it in the oven's the way to go.
Okay. Well, somebody in the chat room said something about scrapple.
Scrapple's good, and cornmeal mush is scrapple without any of the pork.
Okay.
It's just it's the basic thing that holds the scrapple together. Scrapple is a whole lot of parts of a pig that aren't normally eaten by themselves, and they're ground up and they're mixed with this cornmeal, and they're fried the same way, and they're very good with it's very good with syrup. Just don't look at the ingredients.
Okay. This is weird. This is very weird.
What's going on? You getting calls?
Yeah, I'm getting calls, but they're saying it's one ring and then nothing.
I don't know. Did you restart Skype?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I could tell them to call me.
Yeah.
You want to try that?
Yeah, because then you can bring them in through your way.
Let's see if it works.
Okay, go ahead.
412-567-1460. Let's try that. 412. You know, this isn't going to work. Nope, never mind. Don't even try.
Yes, it will. Yes, it will.
You think it will?
Yes, it will.
Try it. 412-567-1460. 412-567-1460. And we'll see if that works. I think it's going to come in on a separate call, but maybe it won't. I don't know.
No, you should see an ad to call.
If I do, I'll. Oh, look at that! It works.
Yeah.
Let's. Carrie from Florida. Carrie, good evening. You're on the Dupree program.
Good evening, Mr. Bailey. Good evening, Mr. Dupree.
Hey, how you doing, Carrie?
Just fine, sir. Just fine. Say, hey, man, look, this is just a little bump in the road, folks. This is just a little bump in the road. This is all going to be cleared up in a real short time. Okay? Because what you're seeing is a move of Almighty God. Now, I want you all to notice something. These people, these professionals, and I'm saying professionals because they are conducting themselves in a professional manner. The next upgrade, oh, don't you just love that? The next upgrade for them is a professional, wait for it, paycheck. Okay?
Oh.
Because what we're doing, we, you, me, we,
hold on there.
Yeah, stand by there, 662. We'll get to you in a second.
Okay.
That's Jim.
all of the listeners, we are all involved. Because who do you think makes up a network? It's not the company. It's the listeners, it's the viewers, it's the watchers. So if you all don't watch, then they don't exist. But what's going on right here is, and I had to remind Mr. Dupree of this earlier today, we're not building a network. Mr. Dupree has a network. It's called the We Are America Radio Network.
Mm-hmm.
It's there. All Mr. Dupree now, and have you all been listening? The other day I called in and I said, you all need to not hear, you need to listen. They've been encouraging you all to start doing. Now, some of you all think you don't have any value. Watch this. Watch how much value you have. Some of you all think y'all are just a penny. Well, watch what the value of a penny is. Without 5 pennies, a nickel can't be a nickel. Without 25 pennies, a quarter can't be a quarter. Without 100 pennies, a dollar can't be a dollar. Without $100, if you have $100 and you take it and you go to exchange it in for a $100 bill, if 1 penny decides to say, you know what, I'm going to not be there, then guess what? You don't have $100. That's the value of 1. We are each and all unique, one-of-a-kind individuals. We are priceless. We make the whole. It's not, the cup isn't full until all the drops of liquid are in it. If one of those drops of liquid is not in it, then it's not really full. Light bulb's going on for somebody. Now, you all have something to do. We have a very, very astute, very intelligent audience. And what I want to point out to you all tonight is Mr. Dupree, Mr. Bailey have not insulted anyone tonight. We're going into hour 3 now. They have not cut down. They have not torn down. They have not mocked, belittled, berated anybody.
Really? Not yet?
Nobody.
Night is still
Nobody.
young. Night is
Got
still
an
young.
hour left.
Yeah, but night is still young, though.
Okay? No, but what my point is, you don't have to. You're telling truth.
All right,
Now-
Carrie, we appreciate it. I got some other people on the line here. I want to roll longer. We didn't have the phones open later. Thanks for calling.
All right, Mr. Bailey.
Thank you, sir. 662.
Well, hold on there. Hold on there, Hutch. How you doing, buddy?
What's up?
Doing great.
What's
Now,
up,
what's on your
Mississippi
mind?
Jim?
There you go.
It's doing fine. I changed my voice a little bit.
You can change your voice.
Yeah, my country. I got my country voice on today.
Oh,
tonight,
okay.
Or whatever it was. But I want to ask you, Hutch. I mean, not Hutch. Who is that guy in front of me here? The guy with the sunglasses. That's Wayne.
That's
okay,
the big.
Wayne.
That's the big man.
What's up, baby?
I know. I want to ask Wayne, and I think the sunglasses are cool, but I'm wanting to know, does he wear them all the time, or is it just for the show?
I wear them all the time because they remind me of MacArthur.
Of who?
MacArthur.
Oh, really? I didn't know he wore sunglasses, did he?
All the time.
Oh.
And a corncob pipe. That's coming next.
No, I'm just kidding you, Wayne. I just wondered if you went to the inauguration. How do you say it? Inauguration? Yeah, okay. I'm supposed to know how to say that. Are you gonna wear your sunglasses, or are you just gonna take them off? And
I took them off for you, Jim.
well, you hadn't yet. I'm looking right at you.
Okay.
It's a delay.
6 more seconds, Jim.
Okay. All right. Goodness gracious, this is crazy. And, well, listen, you guys, I've been keeping up with you. Y'all doing good. And next week, I'll tell you, you guys, we got to get through. Wayne, that's okay. You look fine with sunglasses. In fact, you look better with sunglasses.
I knew you were gonna do that. I knew you were gonna do that, Jim. Get the hell off my
I
phone.
like your sunglasses. I'm just kidding you. I thank the world of you guys. Y'all doing a great job. Y'all have a good night tonight. And
all right.
Keep it in the road.
All right, Jim.
Thanks, Jim.
See you.
Yeah. Get the hell off my phone, man. Hey, while Carrie and while Jim was on the phone, we had Stacy Young donated. She left a message. Wayne and Hutch, I absolutely love your show. I'm so glad I stumbled across your show on RSBN while watching the Trump rallies and have been a huge fan ever since. Wishing you much success in all you do. Stacy from Massachusetts. We know it's Stacy from Massachusetts.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
And then
Stuff like that keeps us rolling.
Yeah. And then we got less than a minute ago, Angela McMillan, who just sponsored our show tonight. This show is being sponsored by Angela McMillan, Pamela Barr, Susie Glenn. You know, everybody that gave tonight is sponsoring the show. There we go. Hutch, since you have the phone, since you're the producer tonight,
You got to get that fixed, man.
Hutch was like, man, these phone lines are lighting up. Is this what you see? Yeah.
I wasn't trying to hang up on anybody, but I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready for that. That was like, I don't think this many people can fit on here. 412-567-1460 for tonight only.
Yeah.
Just to try to keep the show. We're in the third hour, and it seems like we just started.
Yeah. Believe me, those phone lines jump those phone lines really jump during the show, and it's like, okay, we really got to get some subjects out. We really got to get some subjects. But these people Americans want to talk. Americans want to talk, and they want to ask questions, and they want to give their opinions, and I want to hear them because I'm not saying any bad things about Mark Levin, even though I can. I'm not saying any bad things about Mark Levin, especially about.
He showed his true colors, though, man, when it counted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? These people are all trying to get back into good graces.
Yeah.
Ted Cruz and everything. And I like them. But you know what? You showed your true colors when we started taking rounds.
Yeah.
When the artillery started coming in and everybody was running away, you sorry pricks ran away too. They did. And I felt it. I felt it when they did. Ugh. And we could have used them.
Yeah, we could have. At
the time.
Yeah,
At the time, we needed every man standing.
Yeah.
And you people ran, and I'm sorry.
You're right.
It's going to take a little while for me to get over it. I'll get over it, but it's going to take a little while.
Not me. I hold a grudge. And I really don't care if you come back into the fold or not. All I'm saying is, if you do come back to the fold, don't get in the way. Who do we have on the line? Let's see. We have Illinois on the line, as a matter of fact.
Hi, Wayne. You like your shirt?
Yeah.
This is Susan. I bought it for you.
Yes, Susan. Thank you so much for my shirt.
You're welcome.
I laughed so much at it. I mean, at the joke for it. I was like, I have got to wear this shirt tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching on RSBN, this is Susan. Susan sent in this shirt right here. Ghost Pepper Survivor.
I'm glad you like it.
You are
Hutch
awesome.
doesn't have his address on his page.
Yeah,
I will get there. Wayne told me I got to get a post office box. I'll do it probably tomorrow. If not next week, I have a post office just down the road, and I will take care of that momentarily.
Great. I'll get you some Cuban cigars. I can't get you no Cuban girls. The closest thing I can get you is a blow down with
I don't want any
armpit
Cuban
hairs.
girls. Hutch Bailey Jr. is
I
happily
can draw armpit hairs on there. Well, I'm glad you guys reached your mark, and congratulations.
Thank you, Susan. Thank you so much.
You guys have a good night.
You too now.
God
Thank
bless.
you.
Thanks for calling. Yeah, no, I don't need any Cuban girls. But I'm happily married, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, by the way, listen, you gotta let me know when they roll up on the show like that.
Well, you can see him, right?
I couldn't see him.
I don't have a name, just a number.
Yeah, I couldn't see him. Like, yeah. It's okay though. But, I mean, like, if I'm trying to make a joke about you or something, and all of a sudden I hear hello. Like, you mess up
Ladies
my
and
joke.
gentlemen, when you call the program, no matter which number you call, we'll get to you.
Yeah.
We don't have a call screener. If you hear us in your phone, do us a favor and just like mute it.
Just hold on.
We'll get to you. We see you, but there's a flow that happens.
Yeah.
We got to bring you in correctly. We don't want to be that podcast that nobody can listen to.
Yeah, it's like, if I'm talking about, Hutch, and then we gotta do this, and then hello, and hello. It's like
They won't answer me, Madge.
they won't answer. Hey, Helen, they won't answer. Oh, see, you did it again.
Hey, Andy, welcome to the program. What's going on?
Hey guys, you sound like you're having a good time tonight.
Hey, Andy. Well, yeah. I am drunk off this Dunkin' Donuts coffee right now. I don't know what they put in it. What's going on, Andy?
I understand. Hey, listen, man. Got a question for both of you.
She was legal.
When do I get my participation trophy?
You're in the wrong party for that.
Yeah.
I think Hutch gets what I'm saying. Maybe you too, Wayne.
I know.
You get what I'm saying.
I know exactly what you're saying. I know
you're on with me.
Oh yeah.
I tell you, man.
Yeah.
I tell you.
How's the family, Andy?
Doing well.
Good.
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you very well. Thank you very much. I wanted to say this. This presentation to Joe Biden. I feel for Joe. For losing his son. I honestly do, and I think we all do. Anybody can appreciate that, but that presentation for that medal, as he turned and cried, I think most of the people were kind of rolling their eyes on that one. And I'd like for you to make a prediction, you and Hutch. Who's going to get the next participation trophy, do you think?
Valerie Jarrett, probably.
No, yeah. I think Hillary Clinton will get it when she gets her pardon.
Do you really think he's going to pardon her?
Nah, but he's gonna pardon that trans testicle that's in Leavenworth. What's his name?
Bradley.
Yeah.
I bet he won't.
Yeah.
I bet he won't. Nope. I bet he won't. I mean, now
he's going to pardon him and invite him to Chicago.
If he really wants to get Julian Assange, he will. Because Julian Assange says, I will turn myself over if you free Bradley Manning or Chelsea Bradley Manning, whatever the heck he is, she is. So, hey, thanks for the call, man.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a good night.
All right. This is 404. That looks like a Georgia number. What's up, 404?
Hey, y'all. How's it going tonight?
Stacy.
Look at that.
How's it going?
What's up, Mama? What's going on?
I just wanted to call and congratulate y'all for meeting the $12,000 mark, and also for your website. That was some tremendous success in a very short time, and I know you're proud, and I just wanted to tell you congratulations.
You know what, Stacy? So many people, and I even remember there were some times when you're like, Wayne, you have got to take some time off. You have got to get some sleep. You have got to get some sleep, man. I love you and everything, but you got to get some sleep. And I was like, okay, Stacy. Stacy,
you were like 24/7 on the money with all the stories.
Right. I mean, Stacy Rush, who joins our show every Monday night, is one of the originals along with Hutch. And
absolutely,
Stacy's where Hutch used to keep me like pointed. Stacy was the sensitive study that used to worry about me when I wasn't worried about myself. She used to, okay, Wayne, you need to slow down. Okay, Wayne, okay, well, how about this right here? Yep, yes, ma'am. Yep, sure thing, Stacy. Sure
hey,
thing,
I got to interject too, because Stacy made me feel bad.
Why?
Because all that stuff that Wayne told you about me being such a prick about this, that, and the other thing, I did that to Stacy too, man.
Oh,
and Stacy let me know.
Did I let you go through my little Bitmoji cartoon that I put up the other day?
With the hatchet, yeah, that was beautiful. And we talked about it, and I just have a certain persona about me, and it's not. People that first meet me think one thing, but it's really not.
Yeah,
the way I am. I'm not trying to beat anybody down, and Stacy is one of the most brilliant people that I've met in this business. I mean, she has called things out a year before the rest of the country figures it out.
Yep, I agree.
I'm here to say that about the Gang of Eight, the intelligence Gang of Eight, about the corporate media. I mean, she's just all over it, and a very highly respected member of the team.
Yep, I agree.
Now,
totally.
I love being a part of y'all's team, 100%. You're making me tear up over here, but what you just said is real important to me, and that is, when every one of us, and I heard you talking about this a little bit earlier, everybody has a voice out there, and we are all a part of this team, and it is very apparent with all the donations that have been made how much everybody feels a part of this team. And we kid you not, the media that we are used to seeing is truly going down. And when you see things like what happened with CNN, it's a complete embarrassment. And I encourage everyone out there to get out there and get educated. Those are a couple of things I hit on because I am very passionate about Benghazi. I'm very passionate about messaging and the consolidation of media. But when you find your passion, stick to it. You don't have to know everything about everything. You can know a lot about one thing. And if that's your passion, write about it, talk about it, blog about it, Spreaker about it. And, you really look at what Wayne has accomplished. And Wayne, and this was seriously a short amount of time to make it into the top 100 political blogs. It's a really short amount of time to have achieved that type of success. And it has come with a lot of hard work. He's put in 24 hours a day. He's gone through ups and downs, but he has a passion for this, and he's gotten out there. And I would just encourage everyone out there to do the same. And, once you find your passion, then you pick up your pen and your phone, and you speak your truth on a daily basis like these guys do.
And he's really in the top 65.
I know, right? It's even higher than the 100.
Let's do this right now.
You know what? I seriously, I couldn't have continued to do what I'm doing if it wasn't for them. Anyway, so, I mean, when I say that they were shoulders to stand, I think I've even cried on Stacy's shoulder too. I think I even cried on Stacy's shoulder. I haven't cried on Hutch's shoulder. I'm not crying on Hutch's shoulder. I ain't doing
That's okay, Wayne. Hutch was crying on my shoulder. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you.
Hey, Wayne.
I told you.
You need this handkerchief, Wayne.
See, I knew it.
Listen, I will let y'all get to these brilliant calls. I really just wanted to tell you congratulations, because both of those are amazing feats, and to say thank you for everybody who donated, because it really is time to get some independent voices out there to speak the truth, because we're not getting a lot of it out there these days.
Exactly. Hey, Stacy, I love you. Thank you so much.
Love you guys.
Stacey.
Talk to you soon.
Okay.
See you on Monday. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
715. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hey, Hutch, Wayne, how you doing? It's Tom from Wisconsin.
Hey, Tom. How you doing?
Man, I just wanted to say I love you guys. You're awesome. It's such a pleasant experience listening to you guys. You're really just a blessing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man. Thank you. How's the weather out there right now?
Oh, man.
Yes,
14
no?
below today.
Huh?
14 below zero today.
Wow.
Man, oh, man, oh,
Hey,
man.
that's not bad, though. 50 miles north of here, it was 34 below zero.
You know, that's when you can take everything out of your refrigerator and freezer and put it out there outside so you can clean your refrigerator.
Man, Wayne, it was so cold today. The frozen chickens were lining up outside KFC to take their turn in the deep fryer, man.
Be quiet. Be quiet.
That's our callers, ladies and gentlemen.
So anyway, guys, I just wanted to say one thing about this. We got 7 days more of Obama.
6.
And then, it's like, you remember when you were a kid, that last week of school before summer vacation, and you just can't wait?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're
I
throwing
remember
paper
that.
airplanes at the teacher when her back's turned and
Yeah,
everything.
I remember that.
All right, guys, I love you. One more thing.
What's up,
I
T?
wanted to say, Hutch, you got the greatest voice in the world, man.
Doesn't he?
This is awesome.
Thank you, man. We appreciate it.
Thank you, man.
Wayne, you're a Cowboys fan.
That's
You'll
right.
know this. He sounds like Jerry Jones, man.
How about them Cowboys?
I know Jerry Jones. I'm a Pittsburgh Steeler fan, my man. Thanks for calling. See
How
ya.
about them Cowboys?
Hey, 412-567-1460. Phone lines are open now.
My Cowboys play on Sunday. When do your Steelers play? Sunday, too.
8:20 p.m.
And they're doing that because of the ice, or
Yeah, in
Okay.
Kansas City. And every place in Pittsburgh has banned all Kansas City barbecue until that game's over.
Are you serious?
No, but a couple
Okay, all
places did.
All right. Yeah, because those ribs
They
are
got
nice.
hell for it, too. Those are some good ribs.
I know those ribs are nice. Ladies and gentlemen, how many of y'all would like to see a Steelers Cowboys Super Bowl? Hutch versus Wayne. 'Cause
Again.
the last time Steelers were in there, they didn't fare so well.
No, they didn't. And that I could tell you about that, but I'll tell you that off the air. That was when O'Donnell was throwing complete passes to the Cowboys. But there's that dog in your background.
No, that's not mine. That's yours. Yeah, because I was like, wait a minute, for a dog to sound like that, that dog's got to be in the house.
That's my dog.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you still like to make contributions to the show for our upgrade and for our national syndication, you can still go to GoFundMe.com/WD Show. GoFundMe.com/WD Show. We have reached our goal. As of today, we've reached our goal, and we thank each and every one of you for helping us reach this goal. Within the next week. As a matter of fact, I'm already looking at my replacement desktop computer right now.
Outstanding.
I'm already looking at it right now to hurry up and get this thing off, move this thing out, and I should be able to keep the monitor though, right?
Yeah, you could get another monitor,
Right.
and you could name it, well, never mind. You could get a Marcus monitor.
Yeah, and then I could have those two monitors like you do.
Certainly.
Yeah. GoFundMe.
Not for very much either, for pretty cheap.
Yeah. GoFundMe.com/WD Show. What was I going to say? Give them the caller number again.
412-567-1460. 412-567-1460 to get on with Wayne on the Wayne Dupree program tonight. sponsored by Susan and everybody else.
That's right.
That donated to his GoFundMe campaign.
Let's see. We have been talking. Hutch, I know the caller said it was 7 days. It's 6 days for me.
I'm with that.
I don't even think I'm going to go to sleep on Friday night. Because I want to see what's going to happen on Saturday. And think about this now. Think about it. Donald Trump is going to work on Saturday. Donald Trump is going to work.
He doesn't take time off.
Nope.
Nope. And I'll have to say, ladies and gentlemen, one of the real thrills that I'm going to get on January 20th is I never, ever, ever, ever have to see Josh Earnest again.
Oh my God, yeah.
That guy is going into, he'll go get an executive job at Time Magazine or Fake News CNN, or he'll be in one of the fake news organizations. But that fake news title is hurting them badly.
Mm-hmm.
The New York Times has come out and said, we're banning this word. Well, guess what, New York Times? We're not.
Exactly.
You're fake news, and we're going to run it down your throat every time you come out with a fake news story, which is almost every day. That's just the way it is. It's on now.
Uh-oh,
Spaghetti-O, what's up? We're live on We're Good on Spreaker. What's up?
Now I think my computer is about to. Yep, my computer is getting ready to go. So I'm going to talk on RSBN for a little bit, and I'm going to bring you back on. I got to turn my computer off.
Roger.
Okay. All right.
You want me to hang up?
Yeah. Just take me out, and then I will restart in just like 1 minute.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the Wayne Dupree program, hour 3, 25 minutes in. We're going to hold off on the calls right now, and Wayne will be back momentarily. You're listening to the Wayne Dupree program on a Friday night on 6 days prior to the inauguration of the new president, President Donald J. Trump. We cannot wait, and we will catch you in a little bit.
All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now you're with me. Okay, you're with me. I had to turn the computer off because they were losing the audio in the chat room for the computer. So I had to turn it back on. Now, that's what happens. For a while there, and some of you were asking, well, why don't y'all do 2 hours and why don't you do 3 hours? Because we were afraid of stuff like that. We're afraid that the computer was going to turn off. I mean, right now we still have a live feed. Those in the Spreaker chat room, if you let the people in the Spreaker chat room know that we're still live, they can jump over to RSBN and watch the show until I get it back up and running. Believe me, this thing has gone through so many things, but we're back and we're better than ever. Let's see. You know what? Let's see. I think I can bring Hutch in on this though. Yep, I sure do. Let me see if I could do. Well, actually, let me see if I can take a call on this. Ladies and gentlemen, live radio. What are you going to do? Where's my Skype? I have so many things on here, I can't even find my Skype. If you decide that you are going to do a podcast, make sure that your equipment is ready from the beginning. Make sure that your equipment is ready, because that having a bad computer can stop many people from joining you and following you for a long period of time. And believe me, I know that for a fact. I know that for a fact. But one of the reasons why I say that we are 6 days away is because, number one, I want Barack Obama out of the White House so fast. I'm counting early. I am counting early, and I really wanted him out of the White House so bad. But it is 6 days, and he's not going to do anything his last day. So you're talking about 5 days. If you've ever watched the West Wing, they sort of show you what they go through in the last couple of days to switch the presidency. They show you how the transition team works. And I know it's TV, but they had some real political people writing the script and stuff. So I believe that's how some of the stuff goes. And on that last day, Obama doesn't do any work. So actually it's like 5 days. And he's supposed to be doing another video. No, not video. He's supposed to be doing another see ya, goodbye to the press on Wednesday of next week. I'm telling you, the man just can't get off the stage. He can't. The man just can't get off the damn stage. He didn't want to be part of the media. He really didn't like the media in the first place. They took up for him. They defended him. They were his checkbox. They let him get off with everything. But he really didn't like the media. He liked the stardom. He wanted to be popular instead of a president. I truly believe that. Barack Obama wanted to be popular. So that's why he started going on all of these talk shows late at night and these game well, I don't know if he was on any game shows, but then he started going to these podcasts and these interviewing people on YouTube, and everything was great. Everything was great. The media loved it. Barack Obama is reaching out to them. And now, when Donald Trump goes beyond the media and starts doing stuff on his own, I can't believe he's doing this to the press. Barack Obama did it, and y'all didn't say jack squat. You didn't say Jackie. Y'all didn't say nothing. There's a whole lot of hypocrisy going on, people. There's a lot of hypocrisy going on. And the media is going to rue the day that they keep on messing with Donald Trump. They keep on messing with him. They don't understand Donald Trump. They don't understand how this businessman got elected president of the United States. And they're not trying to understand. Okay? They're not trying to understand. They're trying to control it. You can't control You've never been able to control Donald Trump. You can't control a billionaire. You can't tell a billionaire what he's going to do and what he isn't going to do. You might can tell a community organizer, one that's never really had any money, that had bills when he came in, college loans and everything. Donald Trump ain't got no college loans. You can't tell Donald Trump what he is and what he ain't gonna do. Donald Trump tells people what to do. And if it ain't done, you're fired. That's just how it is. Let me see. Let me see if Hutch is still there. Hello, Hutch.
Yo.
Internet.
Good evening, Mr. Dupree.
Hey, how you doing?
I am back in my studio ready to go.
Did you go to the bathroom?
I'm not going to answer that advice of counsel because that might intend to incriminate me.
I can't believe you went to the bathroom. You messed the streak up.
I refuse to answer that question on advice of counsel.
The streak is over.
On account that it might incriminate me.
The streak is over. Ladies and gentlemen.
I'm older than you now.
No, don't even do that. No.
Now, if
I just saw
was
that
a
call.
game-
I just saw that call. Call back. Call back. I think I got it fixed. Call back. There it is. Okay, wait a minute. That's Angela. Angela, can I bring Angela in here? I think we got the phone system back. What's up,
Yours is
Angela?
back? All right.
How you doing, Angela?
I don't see Angela.
Angela's right there. She's right there.
She might be over there, but she ain't over here.
Okay, wait. Let me remove her.
202-470-6738, ladies.
And let me see. Hey, Angela, how you doing?
Hey, Wayne, how are you?
I'm fine. How you doing?
I'm good. Hey, Mr. Hutch Bailey, how are you?
I'm bringing him in right now.
Is he there?
Yep, I am. I'm getting ready to bring him in right now. Are you there? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, go ahead.
Yep, I'm here.
Okay.
I just wanted to wish us, everybody, a very happy Friday and successful week. I'm so thrilled. I think we've had a lot of good accomplishments this week, starting out with our Mr. Jeff Sessions holding his own during his confirmation hearing. Lockheed Martin working on making that deal with Trump. I think we finally got that Russian hacking thing done and over with, and hopefully that's gone by the wayside. And then today with Steve Harvey standing up and speaking his mind and not being worried about what people thought. Once they get in there and they meet this man face to face, it's suddenly a whole different story.
Yeah, you fell for that too, did you?
You didn't listen to the first hour, huh?
Yeah. Look, listen.
That was a snort.
But yeah.
Even today on The View this morning, even Whoopi Goldberg was kind of softening her tone a little bit with her approach to Trump. Joy Behar still is going off at, I don't know, on some tangent, but even Whoopi's starting to come around. So I think we're all headed in a positive direction. It was a good week.
Well, I love you, darling. I love you, and you know what? I'm gonna let you go with that one. I ain't even gonna mess with that one. But thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful weekend.
Thank you. Now, thank you.
Hey, let me just say 202-470-6738. Yeah. I've got about 17,000 calls, and we're back on Wayne's line now. So
did you really?
No, but about 10. But I tend to exaggerate sometimes.
Let me tell you something. Steve Harvey is not the one.
I got that picture, and I'm on board.
Okay, all right.
But I fell for it too.
I know you did. I know you did. And
that was my white privilege. It just fell all for that. It just
601. You have just made the Wayne Dupree show tonight. What's up?
Hey, what's up, Wayne?
What's up, man? You sound like my cousin, man. What's your name?
Thank you very much. This is Jason Wells from Maryland. Did you get the donation last night that I made?
Jason Wells. I think we mentioned your name last night. Let me look on here, Mr. Wells. Yep, I sure did.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been sick. I was in the hospital. They say I got a blood clot on the right side of my brain, so I've been sick. So I've been running for mayor. It's been on hold right now. And I love your show, so I had to make sure I took some of my donation I was getting and donated to your show. I want Hush to know I ain't forget about him either. I got him in right there broadcast.
Okay.
Well, thank you very much. We appreciate it. You can tell the guys from the city. They're like, "Yo, man, did you get my money?"
Hey, but but wait a minute, though.
Make sure.
Jason.
Yes, sir.
So you, see, I'm going to call you. See, no, actually, you called yourself out just a while ago because you didn't hear yourself last night, right?
The servers were going in and
Oh,
out.
okay. All right.
From Sprint to Metro PCS, and they not really any good. So
Okay. All right. Well, you know what? I ain't even gonna make public fun of you right now. But yeah, I made sure to give you your props last night. I really appreciate you donating to the show, my man. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Oh, okay. Oh, Hutch, I left you 2 voicemails, but you could erase them now.
See, man, I told you. hey, Jason, thanks for listening, man. We appreciate it. We love you, man. I hope you feel better.
All right, thank you, y'all.
All right, thank you. That was Jason Wells. We got Hutch,
Yeah.
Godfather. We got Jimmy calling on the phone. Hey, Jimmy.
Jimmy, what's going on? You take care of that thing over there?
You take care of that thing?
Yeah, this is me. Can you hear me?
Hey, yeah. Is this Jimmy Two Fingers?
No. This is Jimmy looking in the bottom of the lake.
Oh.
Hey, I got a question for Hutch.
Bring it.
Okay, you ready? What does he think of John McCain? What is his name? John McCain?
Songbird?
Yeah.
Songbird McCain. I would challenge everybody that's listening to the program right now that thinks that this guy is an American hero. I would challenge him to go, and it's very easy to do. Go on YouTube and type in John McCain MIA families and watch what he did to the families of MIAs and POWs. Him and John Kerry.
Oh, wow.
He's an embarrassment to the country, and the Navy should have took him out, and they were cowardly for not doing it.
He's not a hero. He's not a
No, he's not. He's a traitor.
Yeah, he's not a hero.
Do you think Trump will take him out? Trump will take him out?
No. Trump will let him go. He'll let him go into obscurity. He's got to live with his sins. It's not worth it. It's not a battle worth fighting.
Right.
You know, he's gone. He has no more power. And the other thing is, you look at John McCain, Lindsey Graham, and several others, and the people that they have funded in Syria, trying to get us to believe that we have to take Assad out.
Mm-hmm.
And you look at the people that have benefited from that madness. And it's Al-Nusra Front, it's the Al-Qaeda, and it's bizarre.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it'll get straight.
Do you remember when Nancy Pelosi went over there and put on the job and wined and dined him in, I guess, Damascus? She was over there. Yeah, I agree with you. I just want to let Wayne know that there's plenty of room in the bottom of Lake Tahoe with Freddie.
Broke my heart. Hey, thanks for calling, brother.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you for calling. You know what, too? My girl has been making hay about that. She and I'm talking about Representative Tulsi Gabbard.
Wow, she's coming out good too.
She
lays it out. She's the only one that's got it.
Exactly. As a matter of fact, if y'all don't know who Tulsi Gabbard is, let me play this for you.
Mr. Speaker, under U.S. law, it is illegal for you or me or any American to provide any type of assistance to Al-Qaeda, ISIS, or other terrorist groups. If we broke this law, we'd be thrown in jail. Yet the U.S. government's been violating this law for years, directly and indirectly supporting allies and partners of groups like Al-Qaeda and ISIS, with money, weapons, intelligence, and other support in their fight to overthrow the Syrian government. A recent New York Times article confirmed that rebel groups supported by the U.S., quote, have entered into battlefield alliances with the affiliate of Al-Qaeda in Syria, formerly known as al-Nusra. The Wall Street Journal reports that rebel groups are, quote, doubling down on their alliance with Al-Qaeda. This alliance has rendered the phrase moderate rebels meaningless. We must stop this madness. We must stop arming terrorists. I'm introducing the Stop Arming Terrorists Act today to prohibit taxpayer dollars from being used to support terrorists. Mr. Speaker, I yield back.
That's why she met with Donald Trump. That is a Democrat, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think she should be a Democrat. I think that she should be a Republican because she stood up to Debbie Wasserman Schultz. She stood up to Hillary Clinton. She stood up to Barack Obama.
She just stood up to John McCain.
Yes.
and Lindsey Graham. And the only thing I can say is, will you marry me?
Yeah, I know.
I mean, this woman gets it. I can't believe you had that clip. You are the man. That was so smooth.
Yeah.
And that's true.
It is.
That is so true. Tell me why the United States, other than Saudi Arabian money, is supporting this effort to take out this sovereign leader that did nothing to us. I'm not saying he's a good guy. He's not.
Right,
He's horrible.
Exactly. We're not saying that Assad is a good guy, but even his people want him.
The guys on the other side are 10 times worse.
His people,
especially if you're a Christian.
His people want him, but we don't. Well, Obama doesn't. And even Kerry said that you know what? Hold on. You know what? Jim's calling back. I don't know. Let's see. Should we take Jim back? Jimbo?
It's up to you, boss.
Yeah, we're going to take Jimbo back. Hey, Jim.
Hey, listen, I apologize for calling back, but
Jim.
The young lady from Hawaii, I saw that interview. She had an interview with Tucker also, and
that was a good one.
That was real good. And Hutch and Wayne. Also, remember what Trump said about McCain long time ago? You remember that? And everybody got on to him. He said he wasn't a war hero.
Mm-hmm.
And people got so. Go ahead.
They call him Songbird for a reason. I mean, this guy, he had his Senate career in his mind in that POW camp.
I want you to look. I have something, and many of you haven't heard this. I put this on my website, but many of you have not heard John Kerry say this.
When President Putin came in, he came in partly to prop up Assad, but also because ISIL, Daesh, was gaining huge ground. The radical extremists were gaining huge ground against Assad, and Assad was in a very fragile position. And so together, I think Iran and Russia decided they had to prop him up and save him from the possibility that the extremists might, in fact, take over the country. And I will say to you, that was not something that we weren't also concerned about at the time, that there was a gaining foothold of al-Nusra and Daesh in their ability to push towards Damascus, push through, and the regime was on its heels. Did Putin make an enormous difference in that? Yes, together with Iran and Hezbollah.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I sure did. Listen, I tell you, you guys, by listening to you too, I try to keep up with stuff, but there's so much going on, it's hard. But what Hutch brought up about McCain about a week or two ago, it may have been both of you, but I was not aware of the deal, by him, Hutch saying the fact that when he, how he actually got injured and everything, and then thinking back to what Trump, said about him, it's amazing what Donald Trump knows that people will be, it'll infuriate him because they think he's not telling the truth, and then they check it out, and later he's right. Mm-hmm. He's right about a lot of this stuff. But I did want to add, I apologize for calling back, but I did want to add about that young lady from Hawaii who's she's a looker too, but she, I hadn't seen her legs yet, but she's a looker.
They look good. Hey, you know what?
Man.
Never apologize for calling the show, Jim.
Well, hey, it was good to see her too because she's right on top of that stuff, and that's just, I tell you, more and more with the situation y'all got and what y'all are doing, and more we're finding out. As I get older, I'm finding out information from different sources, but especially people like you and Wayne, and watching C-SPAN, and people like Trey Gowdy and Jason Chavitz and Jim Jordan. I tell you, those are the best. But anyway, you guys hang in there, and I apologize, but I just had to call you back.
I told you quit apologizing. Hey, thanks for calling,
right.
Jim. We
appreciate it. Don't get on.
Yeah, I'm gonna get on you, man. Stop apologizing. You're good.
Hey, there's a new there's a TV show that's coming on HBO called The Young Pope.
Oh yeah, I don't get HBO anymore, but continue, as LBJ would say.
I plan on watching that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jude Law. I plan on watching that.
But I would
just want to throw that out.
I would ask the listeners, to go and research this stuff yourself, man. I mean, if you want to, you go to steelcityresistance.blogspot.com. It's all in the research room.
You got it over there.
You know, it's in there. You know, and this guy, he's bad news, man. He's an angry failure. Now he's a success as a senator because the leftist media has allowed that to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look into it, you look at B1 Bob Dornan, who was a congressman from California. He lit him up, man. I mean, this guy stopped all the records that the United States government had on all missing in action. Now, this guy was a POW.
Mm-hmm.
But the missing in action families came down to Washington. They had this panel that was John McCain and John Kerry ran this thing. They managed to get it defunded. They shut it down. John McCain screamed at these people's moms and wives that were looking to get records, and they made it to where the records were classified for 100 years. And you know why? Because those records showed that John McCain talked, in my opinion.
Songbird.
I don't know. I've never seen him.
Songbird. Hey,
this is what they say.
Here is one of my 2 clips of the week.
And as far as CNN going out of their way to build it up. And by the way, we just found out I was coming down. Michael Cohen. Michael Cohen is a very talented lawyer. He's a good lawyer in my firm. It was just reported that it wasn't this Michael Cohen they were talking about. So all night long, it's Michael Cohen. I said, I want to see your passport. He brings his passport to my office. I say, hey, wait a minute. He didn't leave the country. He wasn't out of the country. They had Michael Cohen of the Trump Organization was in Prague. It turned out to be a different Michael Cohen. It's a disgrace what took place. It's a disgrace. And I think they ought to apologize to start with Michael Cohen.
Sir, since you're attacking us, can you give us a question?
Go ahead.
No, Mr. President-elect.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Since you are attacking our news
not you.
organization,
Not you.
Can you give us a chance?
Your organization is
you are
terrible.
attacking our news organization.
Your organization is terrible.
Can you give us a chance
Let's
to
go.
ask a question, sir?
Go ahead.
Sir,
Quiet.
Quiet. Mr. President-elect.
Go ahead.
Can you
She's asking a question. Don't be rude.
President-elect, can you give us a question?
Don't be
You're
rude.
attacking us. Can you give us a question?
Don't be rude.
Can you
No, I'm
give
not
us
going
a
to give you a
question?
question. I'm not going to give you a question.
Can you state categorically?
You are fake news.
Sir,
go ahead.
Can you state categorically that nobody... No, Mr. President-elect, that's not...
Go ahead.
An applause.
Yeah. I mean, he made him look like a real jerk. All he had to do was sit down. And he could have got out of there. Acosta could have got out of there unscathed. You know, okay, fine. You know, I take one for the team. But he showed such disrespect. Right.
You know, and I'm going to tell you, that severely wounded CNN's brand. CNN is now synonymous with fake news, Wayne.
I agree.
You know,
I agree.
BuzzFeed, who cares about BuzzFeed?
I know.
But CNN got smoked.
I've been saying that too. BuzzFeed really isn't going to take it on the chin like CNN did. BuzzFeed is an online news magazine. I mean, it's a National Enquirer for all I care. They don't, whatever. But if you watch me on YouTube right now, when Donald Trump had his finger pointed out like this, and when his face went like this, and he went and he shoved off the guy, I was like, you will never.
Hail to the chief, baby.
He will never get another question.
That's right.
And then, I mean, to have the audacity to just stand there and argue with the president of the United States, that's crazy. And then here's my second clip of the week, and this one was really good. It was really good.
Why did you spend weeks undermining the U.S. intelligence community before simply getting the facts and then making a public statement?
Well, I think it's pretty sad when intelligence reports get leaked out to the press. I think it's pretty sad. First of all, it's illegal. You know, these are classified and certified meetings and reports. And I'll tell you what does happen. I have many meetings with intelligence, and every time I meet, people are reading about it. Somebody's leaking it out. So then I said, maybe it's my office. Maybe my office. Because I have a lot of people, a lot of great people.
It's
Maybe it's them.
Pentangelo.
And what I did is I said, I won't tell anybody. I'm going to have a meeting, and I won't tell anybody about my meeting with intelligence.
Nobody.
And what happened is I had my meeting. Nobody knew, not even Rona, my executive assistant for years.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't know. I didn't tell her. Nobody knew. The meeting was had. The meeting was over. They left. And immediately, the word got out that I had a meeting. So I don't want that. I don't want that. It's very unfair to the country. It's very unfair to our country, what's happened. That report should have never, first of all, it shouldn't have been printed because it's not worth the paper it's written on. And I thank the New York Times for saying that. I thank a lot of different people for saying that. But I will tell you, that should never, ever happen. Okay.
Hey, Angie, you got to get in the car and take a trip into the city. We'll see you when you get back.
I'm telling you, man.
How brilliant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm thinking, Wayne?
What's that?
I listened to that golden shower story, and I'm thinking, is this how bad these people are? Are they really this bad?
Yeah.
Couldn't they have done something better than this? It's scary.
And the thing, ladies and gentlemen, is that the story was out there for over a year.
Right.
The story that BuzzFeed put out there and CNN ran a little piece of it because that's basically how it started. CNN thought that they were Mr. Big Jokes and went out there and put the story out there. Breaking news. Wolf Blitzer. Jake Tapper's working on the story. Jake, we just got confirmation that there were 2 pages of stuff that where Russia had some very compromising, had some very compromising stuff on Donald Trump, and it was on these 2 pages. So then, what did BuzzFeed do? BuzzFeed dropped the story on BuzzFeed, and then CNN came in the next day. Well, what we were talking about is something different, and not what BuzzFeed is doing. So what Trump is trying to do, he's trying to lump us in with BuzzFeed, well, guess what? You are lumped in with BuzzFeed because you said that the stuff on the 2 papers was compromising stuff. Number one, how did you find out about it? Number two, especially when Trump didn't tell nobody about it, how did you find out about it? And then number two is like you saying that you saying that the stuff to BuzzFeed is different, but you're talking about compromising stuff. So basically, what you're saying is that the stuff that was on the 2 pages, the compromising stuff, is different from the compromising stuff that BuzzFeed put out right after you did your thing. That's bullcrap, Jake Tapper.
And number 4, you're going to try to make the American people who just overwhelmingly voted for this guy believe that Donald J. Trump, who has a wife that is the most magnificently beautiful woman that has ever been in Washington, is going to get some Russian hookers to pee on each other. Are you serious? You think somebody's going to believe that? I mean, how bad are you? Are the Russians beating you that bad on the world stage that this is all you have to bring to take down a guy? Are you serious?
Golden showers.
And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, I am not suicidal. I don't owe anybody any money. You know what I'm saying? All my bills are paid. I love my wife and my kids. You know what I mean? I don't have anybody leveraging my mortgage. Yeah. So if I disappear, I'm just saying.
And look, I told you, if you ever see me changing who I support, anything's different, then something happened.
That's right. I'm not Glenn Beck.
Nope. I ain't changing. I already changed one time. I ain't gonna change another time. We got 256 on the line. 256, go.
Yes, my name is Sean. I'm calling from Elkmont, Alabama. I'm a first-time caller.
Hey, Sean, how you doing?
Doing all right. About yourself?
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to chime in on the whole, golden showers dossier thing. You guys were saying this piece of work was circulating for about a year, and if anything, it highlights just how lazy and poorly trained our media has become.
I agree.
Absolutely.
I mean, a simple understanding of the scientific method from high school would have allowed these supposed geniuses to figure out that this thing was bogus. Because in the BuzzFeed article and everywhere else, we've been trying and trying to verify this and we can't get anywhere. Well, go back to the scientific method. You don't try to prove something's correct. You try to prove it's false.
Yep, exactly.
Even the New York Times didn't go with it.
Exactly, and it never occurred to these geniuses on the left that, hey, let's give Michael Cohen a call and ask him, were you ever involved? And more to the point, anyone familiar the least little bit with the ways our security services operate around the President of the United States. In that passage that was talking about the prostitutes, urinating and defiling on the bed that Obama slept in, it was saying that the room was, quote, known to be under FSB control with microphones and cameras installed. Now, first of all, what moron in their right mind thinks that the Secret Service would ever allow the President of the United States to stay in a room known to be under FSB control?
That's true.
Secondly, when the president travels abroad, he doesn't stay in a civilian hotel. He stays at the United States Embassy.
Or at a military barracks.
Right.
Exactly. So, I mean, I sat there when this first broke and it started, flying all over Twitter. And the little picture that was going around with that particular section, in yellow highlighting, right? I looked at it and it took me, all of 5 seconds to figure out that this was complete bunk.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the most trusted name in news, these supposed experts, they can't figure this out. For a whole year this is going around. I don't buy that for a second. They're dumb, but nobody's that stupid. They wouldn't be breathing if they were that dumb.
Well, I tell you what, hey, Sean, great call.
Yeah.
Don't let this be the last time you call in. I want to hear from you again, okay?
All right, thanks a lot. It was a pleasure.
All right.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have been listening to the Wayne Dupree Show. We're getting ready to roll out of here for the weekend. We'll be back on Monday night, 9 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I want to thank everybody for your donations, your contributions. Again, we're going to keep up the GoFundMe page for another week for those that still want to contribute. Okay, GoFundMe.com/WD Show. GoFundMe.com/WD Show. Hutch, any parting shots real quick?
Hutch Bailey Jr. on Facebook and Gab, Berg's Eye View on Twitter, Cold War Radio. Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, 8 p.m. Mondays, we got Norway. Thursdays, we got Stacy. And Steel City Resistance on Sundays at 8 p.m. with Ward Miller. Wayne, thank you so much. Great show. And we are America Radio.
That was good. Ladies and gentlemen, Gab, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Just type in Wayne Dupree Show. You can also go to the Android store or the iPhone App Store and download the Wayne Dupree Show app. It's free. Okay, it's free. You'll get all of my old shows. Same thing for Hutch. His is Cold War Radio. You get all of the old shows. You can even join in the chat and talk when the shows are live. So make sure that you check us out there. If you gave, and you might can sign up for updates, I guess, on the page. But we're going to be updating the page for the next couple of weeks to let you know what we got, when we got it, so you can see what your dollars have gone to improve the system that we have. Okay.
And ladies and gentlemen, WayneDupree.com.
Yes.
Top 65 website for news blogs.
Please go to WayneDupree.com. It becomes WayneDupree.com on the 15th, actually. But you can still go there right. No. You can still go there right now, WayneDupree.com, and share some of the share some of the stories, and I would appreciate it. We're going to be looking for writers in about a month or so. We're going to bring on some writers. So if you want to write, you feel like that you can write, bring it on. Get your name out there. Get your message out there. RSBN, thank you. Y'all have a great night. Y'all have a great weekend. Spreaker, stay for the after show. We're going to give you a little 5 minutes.